The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases has reached 1,401 in Armenia on Tuesday. According to the latest data, 609 novel coronavirus patients have recovered thus far, whereas 24 others have died in the country. According to Health Ministry spokesperson Alina Nikoghosyan, the latest casualties were 88 and 65 years old. In the meantime, Health Minister Arsen Torosyan noted that analyzing the number of new COVID-19 cases in the past 1 week in Armenia, we can record that we have a steady growth rate which ranges around 3 to 4% per day. The Armenians who are staying at Moscows Domodedovo Airport were forced out of the airport last night. A video was posted on the Facebook page of one of these Armenians in which it is said that the airport management had moved them out. To note, people who want to return to Armenia but have not returned due to lack of flights amid the COVID-19 pandemic are staying at the Domodedovo Airport since April 12th. Those who stayed at the airport refused to be transferred to hotels as they thought that if they stayed at the airport, they would return first if there was a flight. The Armenian embassy in Russia has registered 268 Armenians who shall return, and 120 of them were spending the night at the airport. Meanwhile, Armenian Deputy Foreign Minister Avet Adons has called on compatriots not to gather at the aforesaid Moscow airport and urged the Armenians abroad to obey the demands of the host country's authorities. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov spoke about the avenues for the settlement of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. According to him, the decisions proposed at the meeting of the foreign ministers of Russia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia in Moscow last year regarding the conflict's settlement are actively discussed, and their signing would be an important step towards the implementation of the UN Security Council resolutions. Lavrov clarified that these documents mean, and we quote, reaching a settlement based on a phased approach, assuming in the first phase the solution of more urgent problems, the liberation of a number of territories around Nagorno-Karabakh, and the unblocking of transport, economic, and other communications. End of quote. Margarita Grigoryan, executive director of the state-funded public television of Armenia, submitted a letter of resignation. As reported earlier, the footage of preparations ahead of Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's April 17th televised address have been disseminated on the internet, showing the Prime Minister coughing, taking medicine, and drinking water. According to Grigoryan, this is unacceptable. Now I share the responsibility for what happened, presenting my letter of resignation, she said in particular in a statement. Earlier, Martin Hagopian, who was in charge of ensuring this live broadcast of the Prime Minister, has been fired. Former Miss Armenia's house has been robbed. The police officers who arrived at the scene found out that an expensive belt belonging to Gohar Hartunyan's husband had been stolen from the house, Shamshan.com reported. The police found out that the theft was committed by Irina D., 47, the cleaning lady of the house. The police also found the woman as well as the stolen item.